Man does not exist only in the environment, within the great community of life. He also lives in societies. Social ecology is the study of the manner in which societies interact with nature, how the organism is fueled by production, how they distribute the resources they produce, how they treat their waste, how they divide scarce resources, like water, among the entire population. The fact is that societies interact in different ways with nature. Our indigenous populations, for example, let's take the Tupi-Guaranis. When they go to cut down a tree, they perform a ritual act to ask the tree for forgiveness, because they need it to build a canoe, to make a door, a paddle. Not so us. We come in with chainsaws and we start cutting down trees by the dozens, without the slightest respect or any sense of community with the trees. Our civilization, which today is globalized, is faced with a double illusion. One, that the Earth's resources are limitless, a sort of bottomless barrel from which we unremittingly take all that we need, and that we can progress infinitely towards the future. This is simply an illusion. We know today that resources are scarce because the Earth is small, old, and finite. And secondly, that we can no longer move forward on the same track, developing more and more because the Earth just can't take it. The calculations have already come in that if the wealthy nations like Europe, Japan, the US chose to democratize, universalize their resources for the entire planet, we would need 3 Earths, just like our own, to meet the needs of the population, which is ridiculous. Therefore, we have to maintain a sustainable level of development, or better yet, a sustainable way to live. There is a way to exploit scarce resources and renewable resources, and those that are not renewable, like coal and oil, to coexist in such a way as to prolong life, so that we may keep people in relative happiness. But not only the people, the community of life, plants and animals. It just so happens that our society is profoundly unequal. The 3 wealthiest people in the world possess more wealth than 42 nations, with a total population of 600 million people. 257 people possess a combined wealth that corresponds to that of 2.8 billion people. That's almost half of the world's population, so there's a profound injustice being perpetrated here. There are 2 types of injustice. Ecological, we abuse the earth, pollute its waters, we allow people to inhabit dangerous areas, we pollute the air. It's an assault on nature. And there is social injustice, because we propagate enormous inequality. We stand by as 800 million people live in starvation, and more than 1 billion drink untreated water, to such a degree that 70% of diseases today result from untreated waters. Social ecology must examine the type of society we live in, because this society is not healthy for the large majority of the population, nor is it healthy for planet Earth. The system only works for about 1.6 billion people. But the fact is, there are 6 billion people on the planet. So for the overwhelming majority, the system is prejudicial. And as a result, the challenge that arises from all parts of the world is how to reinvent a society in which all can find a place, the environment included. In order to change the Earth's climate and stabilize it, we must foster another type of relationship between us, social ecology, and the environment, environmental ecology. If we do not do this, we may experience serious waste and devastation. In 2030, around there, the era of desolation and tribulation would begin. And we really don't want that. The instinct of life is to live longer, longer and better, and stave off death. And man's mission is to be the caretakers, with our intelligence, with our wisdom, with ability. We create the conditions so that life on this planet, which is already 3.8 billion years old, can continue, so it may flourish, so that societies do not create relationships that take unrelentingly from the environment, but rather use what nature has to offer in a rational manner. So what we truly need is a sustainable society. A sustainable society is that which, from generation to generation, fosters a life of quality for the population and for the environment. A sustainable society is one that knows how to make use of renewable resources and allows the earth to recover. A sustainable society is one that uses non-renewable resources, like oil, coal, and others wisely, rationally, not only for us, but also for the generations that will come after us. A sustainable society is one that, with the resources its regions possess, which we call ecosystems or biomes, closed biomes, semi-arid biomes, the Atlantic biome, is able to offer the best quality of life possible for its inhabitants. A sustainable society is one that reduces poverty and strives so that all may live in relative equality, in relative participation in all the resources from which all of us participate. If we fail to make these changes in society, in our behavior towards the environment, we are destined to fail to stabilize global climates, so that the Earth can support the transition to a more intense relationship with other parts of the environment, with new climate patterns. If we do not make the effort, the corporations, we individuals taking the initiative, treating waste, treating water, not contaminating the soil, performing a kind of language therapy so as not to offend people, because all of this is part of social ecology. If we are not able to effect change in hearts and minds, we will be unable to guarantee a fruitful future for us and for the whole system of life.